ranking every single Barcelona and Real Madrid player today. We are going to go through every single player from both of these clubs, and I'm a Barca fan, but I'm going to try to be objective. And when I say that, I'm going to be absolutely brutally ranking every single one of these players. Guys, I'm not joking. These rankings, guys, I'm going to be moving like like one of my high school teachers that, listen, I need an extra point, extra curve to pass the class. No, I'm sorry, but no, nah, bro, you ain't getting it, bro. That's how I'm going to be moving. So, guys, let's get straight into it. But before we get into it, smash up the likes. Listen, do all the good things, right? Subscribe, like, comment down below. Guys, do this list with me, right? And hype up the video. But let's get straight into it, right? Before we start, right, we have the tiers, right? GOAT tier, right? If you have been phenomenal, right, guys, if you don't know what the GOAT tier is for, this is where the ballers are going to get into, right? Good, we got average or NA, right? Some of these guys, by the way, right, like Joffrey Torrance or for like Real Madrid Endrick, if you haven't played enough, I didn't even include you, right? Poor, right? And then we also have hot trash. If you have been buns, if you have been awful, if you have been playing against your team, this is where you are going to go, bro. This tier, you know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into it, right? The first player up is Thibaut Courtois. And when I say this guy has to absolutely be in the GOAT tier, bro, guys, Barca fans, could you imagine Real Madrid without Thibaut Courtois? Do you know how bad they would be? And Real Madrid fans, Thibaut Courtois has been your player of the season. This guy is world class, and I'm not joking. This guy he's an old-timer. I'm not joking, guys. Not every player am I going to be giving a description or, my actual thoughts, especially for some of these guys, but Thibaut Courtois has been phenomenal. He has to be in the GOAT tier. Not many guys are going to get into it, at least I think, but Thibaut has to be there. Yamal Garcia. So Yamal Garcia is a tricky one because he should be in GOAT, and he still might. And you know what, brother? You know what? Yamal Garcia is my guy. Yamal Garcia is going in GOAT tier. This guy has been so good for Barcelona. I was thinking about good, but just think about the points that he has won. Think about the games that he has built out Barcelona. Yamal Garcia still gets in the GOAT tier for me. What a signing. 25 million, bro. Espanyol, bro, we need to pay Espanyol a bit more. This is like when you go into a restaurant, bro. The food was so good. Leave a tip. You know what I'm saying? That is what I feel with Yamal Garcia. I feel like if Barca don't give Espanyol some more money, it's a disservice. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on to a man like Jules Koundé. And Jules Koundé, it's crazy because we have two guys already in the GOAT tier. Jules Koundé has been atrocious. Jules Koundé, obviously, I'm not going at the guy personally, but he's been awful. And you know what? Jules Koundé has been so bad that sometimes I say some personal things because he's been so bad, it's crazy, right? Koundé, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I said a hot take. If Koundé plays horrible for the rest of the season, I'll be open to selling him. But I'm hoping, guys, I really hope that Koundé fixes up because last season and also his first year, guys, he's had two amazing seasons at Barcelona. He had one bad one. This season, he's got to fix up. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, I'm going to be honest, and Real Madrid fans, right? Once again, I'm going to try to be objective. I'm going to try my best to be objective about Real Madrid. Sometimes as a Barca fan, it feels impossible. It feels very hard. Bro, whenever I think about Real Madrid's badge, bro, I start getting intrusive thoughts, bro. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? I'm going to put him in poor. And hear me out, right? The guy, for as good as he is, because I think Trent is a generational talent. I think Trent is unbelievable. But he has not been on the pitch enough. When he's been on the pitch, he's been decent, right? I would say even then, he hasn't been world class. He's had like 2 games that, for me, really strike me as like, yo, Trent is a baller. But for me, poor. I think that's fair. But Eric Garcia, guys. Okay, Eric Garcia, this is where the title of brutally ranking every single player, it kicks in. And if I'm being real, Eric, as much as every Barca fan, we say Eric is in GOAT tier, he's been one of our most reliable players, I think that if we're brutally ranking Eric Garcia, you could say good. Are we ranking Eric for he's doing amazing for a role player, or is he doing really good like a Lamine Yamal type level, Yamal Garcia, Courtois, right? So, for me, I'm going to put Eric just about in GOAT. I'm going to put Eric just about in GOAT. But I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think like most other guys Like, if you're playing, Eric is gonna be the barometer, right? For me, if you're going go-to, because he's been really good for us, right? But let's move a bit fast, right? Fede Valverde. I'm gonna be honest, right? Once again, I rate this guy as listen, maybe not a footballer, but as a professional. I think Fede Valverde, what we've seen in the 2 UCLs that he has won, he has played pivotal roles in it, right? He's like a road runner with some tech, right? He's played right back a lot this year because Trent's been injured. I think Fede is a good player, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? It's either poor or average, bro. You know what? I'm going to say he's been average. You know, no. Actually, I think Fede in Alonso's system hasn't been that good, right? I generally don't think he's been good, right? But Ronald Araujo. Guys, a lot of Barcelona fans, I'll say it's wrong, but a lot of Barca fans, when Araujo, right? Broski, when he took that mental break, you know, a lot of people were like, yo, thank God he's out the team, right? So, Ronald Araujo, I have to be honest. If I'm being real, I would have done poor, but bro, his lows have been so low, and I've been one of the last defenders of Araujo, but I have to say he's in the trash tier, bro. I have to be honest, guys. I have to be honest and be brutal when ranking these players, bro. Otherwise, I'm lying to y'all. Otherwise, this is clickbait. But listen, Antonio Rudiger, and by the way, I really hope Araujo bounces back. And by the way, we're doing this where it's goalkeepers, defenders, right, midfielders, and then attackers later on, right? Antonio Rudiger, right? For me, once again, and Real Madrid fans, I'm not joking when I say this, but that's another poor for me. I don't think he's been hot trash, right? But at the same time, he hasn't played enough. But it just sounds, listen, guys, Madrid fans, let me cook, right? I'm not going to be that biased, but, bro, you have to be honest. Trent, Fede, Rudiger, Broski, guys, I'm going to be away real quick, guys. Look at the picture, if y'all can see. The picture of Antonio Rudiger, what is Rudiger doing? What type of Hall of Fame menace is this guy? Broski, what is all this, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not even joking when I say the local jails of Madrid lock this brother up. What the heck? But nah, bro, I just had to say it. But nah, Rudiger, performance-wise, has been poor, right? But we gotta move on because Pau Cubarsí, bro. And look how civilized Pau Cubarsí is. And guys, I told y'all, I'm going to try to be objective. Pau Cubarsí has been poor this season. I have to be honest. Pau Cubarsí last season I thought was decent, right? Towards the end kind of fell off. But this season, I know Inigo's not here. But I understand, guys. Inigo, Cubarsí, he needs a veteran center back next to him. But at the end of the day, Inigo's not here, right? I always say it. You need to be independent to a degree, bro. Like, Pau Cubarsí objectively has been bad this season, right? I still rate Pau Cubarsí, but I don't think he is at that level that under Xavi and the first time with Flick and Inigo, he's not there yet, right? Dean Huijsen, right? Dean Huijsen. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't think Huijsen has been poor. If I'm being real, listen, he's had some bad games, like against Liverpool, against Atletico Madrid, but he has been decent, but I don't think he's been good. I think Militao, who we will get to, has been the better one, but I will say Dean Huijsen has been average this season. I don't love it. I do think both Cubarsí and Huijsen, I think both of them are a bit overhyped in my opinion. I love the hype, I love the potential, but they are not there yet. That's what Barca and Madrid fans need to understand. These guys are not Saliba and Gabriel. These guys are not like Nico Schlotterbeck or Bastonis. These guys are not that level yet, right? But Gerard Martin, and you know what? I'm a stand on business. Gerard Martin has actually been really good this season. Can I put him in GOAT tier? I don't know. And that sounds crazy. Gerard Martin, who was one of, in my opinion, the worst Barca players last season, I think he's a top 10 Barcelona player this season. I can't believe it. This revenge arc is crazy. This redemption is unbelievable. Nobody, you know what? Gerard Martin, I'm going to put him in good because I legitimately think he has been good. Guys, everybody knows me as the guy that has a Gerard Martin agenda, but I'm not joking when I say this. I didn't think he was good enough, but right now, it's Gerard Maldini. I can't even lie to y'all. But let's move on to a man like Eder Militao, right? I think this guy was top 3 in the world before he got injured, bro. I think Militao, I can't put him in goal because he has missed time, but I do think Militao is in the good tier. I think Militao has been really good when healthy, guys. I'm not joking. Next up, we have Raul Asensio. And listen, I'm going to be honest. I can't put Raul Asensio above Cabarsi. I don't think he's been better than Fede, so I won't say he's in poor. He hasn't played that much, to be honest, but when he has played, I mean, I'm just not been convinced ever since that Club World Cup, to be honest. I don't think even Real Madrid fans have been convinced with him, right? Andreas Christensen, listen, guys. The thing is, like, Andreas has actually been good when he's played, but he's played so barely. Like, Andreas doesn't play, and now he's out for the season, and I hope he's well with that ACL. But Andreas Christensen, bro, I legitimately, and I feel bad, but he legit is a part-time player. Like, this guy, bro, like, the amount that he plays, bro, he's playing like 20% of the season, right? So I'm going to have to put him in poor. I was going to say average, but at least Huijsen plays games, bro. Like, if we're just being objective, yeah, you're good when you play, but the best ability, what do they say, is availability, and he's never available practically, right? Man like Alejandro Balde, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? A lot of people are saying Balde has been bad this season. I don't think Balde has been bad. Like, guys, call me crazy, but I think Balde has been average. I don't think he's been, yeah, he hasn't progressed, and it sucks that we're in year 4, and Alejandro Balde still doesn't know how to cross the ball. Like, as a Barcelona fan, like, I watched Prime Jordi Alba, I took it for granted, that crossing, right? Alejandro Balde, I don't think he's been that bad. I don't know what everybody say. Yes, he's just been, bro, he's just the same old Balde. That's, for me, what he is. Like, I don't see everybody that's killing him. But that's just me. If you disagree, once again, get down below in the comments and go along. Hey, guys, W take, L take, let me know down below. But Alvaro Carreras, once again, right? I'm not going to put him in poor. I think that would be harsh, right? But I don't think he's been good like Militao and even Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin has been really good, bro. Guys, people are going to think that I'm glazing Barca. Bro, Gerard Martin, anybody who's watched ball is by far, him and Eric, to be fair, are the best Barca center backs or just defenders by far, right? Alvaro Carreras, he started off strong. He had the Atletico game, but I have not been very convinced with him. I'm going to say average, though. I don't think he's poor. I don't think he's been a bad signing at all. I think Alvaro is a good left back. I do believe that, right? Fran Garcia. See, this guy, Fran, he low-key could be in hot trash. I'm not going to lie. Fran Garcia, if he's in poor, he is lucky. I ain't gonna lie, Fran, I'm going to be honest. Has he been as bad as Jules Koundé, though, and Ronald Araujo? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say Fran Garcia just about escapes. I'm going to put him in poor, bro. Fran Garcia is not good, though. Fran Garcia has to get sold. Real Madrid, listen, as a Barca fan, keep Fran. Yo, Fran Garcia, Brahim Diaz, you know what I'm saying? These type of guys, Vinícius right now, currently Mr. 10 times more. You know, Fran, Vinny, and Brahim are my favorite Real Madrid players right now as a Barca fan, but I'm going to put Fran in poor, right? Dani Carvajal, I'm going to say he's been poor also. Bro, there's going to be a lot of players in poor. I don't think, guys, Real Madrid have not had a good season, and Barcelona, even though the results in La Liga have been good, performance-wise, there's not too many standouts. Let's be honest, guys. Let's keep it a buck. Man like Aurelien Tchouameni. Listen, guys, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it real. Tchouameni, I think he started off the season really good, bro, in that center back CDM hybrid, right, with Xabi Alonso. I thought he was the best Real Madrid player the first month of the season, right? But he has dipped a lot. Like, his passing over the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks have been really bad. Like, I'm not going to lie, some of these games, Tchouameni was really bad, so I'm going to put him in average. I want, you know what? Average seems harsh. Like, he's in between good and average, but the way just recency bias, I guess, average, right? You can say the same exact thing with Frenkie de Jong, though, right? And Frenkie de Jong is the same thing. If there was a tier in between good and average, that would be where Frenkie and Tchouameni are, right? Like, I don't know if, you know what, actually, thinking about it, you know what? I'm going to move Tchouameni up just about, and I'm going to move Frenkie into good also, because these guys have been better than Huijsen, Carreras, and they have been better than Balde. Like, they clearly have been better than those guys. So, I'm going to say good, but Tchouameni and Frenkie, both of these guys, good seasons, I'll say, but barely, bro. Like, y'all just passed the class, bro. Like, be thankful, you know what I'm saying? So, guys, once again, guys, if you have not smashed up the likes, subscribe, go down below and let me know your take, whatever you're saying, right? What are you doing? Do not move like Vinícius. I cannot wait till we get to him. You know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into it. Let's continue this, right? Man like Eduard Camavinga. I'm not going to lie, Camavinga, I will say as a player, this guy is a cold stone baller. Against Olympiacos, probably his best game of the season. I think Camavinga is really good as a technical player, but the injuries is crazy, bro. I think Madrid, low-key, might sell him because, brother, we're in year, 4 of Camavinga, I think, and he's still not a starter, like, week in, week out in this Madrid team. So, listen, I'm going to say Camavinga has been average because of the time that he has missed. That's the main reason. I think he has been decent when he has been there. But, man like Marc Casado, I'm not going to lie. Marc Casado has been bad, bro. Marc Casado, bro, guys, when I say, you know what? He hasn't played as much this season, but that's for a reason, guys. Guys, you think Flick, this guy was one of Flick guys last season with all the injuries, but we had injuries this season. Marc Casado still does not play that much because Marc Casado has been, bro, this guy is shy, he's scared of the ball, and I like Marc Casado, but he has not been good. Like, I don't even think you can put him in poor because I think Barca's been better. I think man like Rudiger when he plays is better. I think Trent's been better. You know, with the time he's missed, right? Fede's been better. I have to be objective, right? I have to be real. Casado is definitely in that tier with Koundé, right? Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez. I'm going to be honest, guys. This guy has had a really good season. He has missed time. He was really good. Bro, Fermin Lopez, when he first came in, when Dani Olmo was horrible, and he was bagging in goals, looking like R9, Fermin was cooking, right? Everybody said this was Fermin's season. He has tailed off a lot, I can't lie, in the last month. But I still think he's once again in between good and average. I can't lie, Fermin has... You know what? I think Tchouaméni and I think Frankie de Jong have been better than Fermin, if I'm being real. Because Frankie has had numerous games that, you know, even without GA, he's good. And same with Tchouaméni. Fermin, for me, the last month has been poor, bro. I'm going to just keep it a buck. People are missing Dani Olmo. Guys, we were making fun of Dani Olmo, and now we're missing him. Because Fermin, you know, without the GA, he has to get better. I've said this time and time again, but he's still been more good than average, I will say, right? But we have to move on to a man like Jude Bellingham. You know, a lot of people think that I have a Bellingham agenda, that I hate the guy. And you know what? Maybe you're right. You know what, guys? Agendas have to agenda. You know, haters gotta hate, bro. Listen, that's why they're called haters. But listen, I don't hate Jude Bellingham, but he's definitely not in GOAT tier. He's definitely not in good tier. Hell no. I don't care. Even the biggest Madrid fan, no way are you hyping up this Jude season into good for me where only those guys have made it so far. I don't think he's in hot trash, guys. I can't say that. He's either an average or poor. And guys, I'm going to be honest, even with the Bellingham quote-unquote agenda, guys, I can't put him in poor because I'm just looking at some of the guys in poor, and Jude has been better than that. Guys, I can't be that shameless. So, Jude Bellingham will be in the average for me. I don't think he's been good this season, though. I really don't. So, I think that's a fair spot. But if Madrid fans, if you disagree, let me know. Am I hating? Let me know. And to be honest, I don't care if I am. I'm just saying my opinion, right? Pedri Gonzalez, right? Pedri Potter, right? We were talking about Jude, a fraudulent midfield, a guy that Real Madrid fans, I don't know what they see. Like, legitimately, they call him the best midfielder in the world. I feel bad for them. I feel bad that they watch Jude and we watch Pedri. Because Pedri Gonzalez, this guy's going to go tier easily, bro. Pedri has been Barcelona's best player for me. I think he's better than Yamal Garcia this season. Yamal has been amazing. Eric obviously been amazing. But Pedri, when we don't have him, our midfield legit looks horrible. And legit, like our midfield lacks brain cells without Pedri. It's sad, but it is the truth, right? Dani Olmo, my man Dani Olmo. I can't lie, he started the season very bad, got injured, and then he found some form and then got injured again. Because Dani man is almost healthy. Like, he's always injured, bro. It's crazy. But Olmo is a good player. He is having a down season. I will say poor. I'm going to be honest. I do think Fermin has slightly been better. I think Hoyson, these guys like Jude, Sadly enough, Jude has slightly been better than Olmo, but I'll say Olmo's in poor. But Olmo, actually, he's on the upward trajectory. I think before he got injured, was actually playing pretty well, 3-4 games in a row. So let's move on, though, to Dani Ceballos. Ceballos, I just cannot put him over some of these guys in average. And to be honest, this season, I'm not hearing no Real Madrid fans talk about him. I'm not going to lie. Dani Ceballos is the definition of an NPC. He's any guy, bro. I'm going to be real. Dani Ceballos is broski. If Madrid fans didn't have Dani Ceballos this season, I don't even think they would remember him. So it is what it is. I'm gonna put Dani Ceballos in poor. I don't think he's not been starting, and he's not even when they've been struggling, he has not been starting those games either. So that is a bit of a statement for me. But we gotta move on to the attackers now, and we are starting with man like Arda Güler. Arda Güler, I'm not gonna lie, he was on a generational run to start the season. Arda Güler was very good. Guys, Arda Güler and Mbappe were moving like Ozil and Cristiano. I can't lie, like 09, like in 2010, bro. Arda Güler is a good player. I really like this guy as a profile. I love the way that he plays football at his best. But, bro, in the big game, spooky, and also just the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks have not been that good, right? But I do think overall you got to put him in good, though. I still think he's been good this season, right? But just the last month or so has been poor from Arda Güler, but he was on a generational run before that. And once again, I'm not trying to hate. I'm trying to keep it real. So we got to move on to a man like Vinícius Jr. Bro, guys, when I says Vinícius, bro, if you are a Barcelona fan and you see Vinícius Jr., like in real life, you got to dab him up, bro. This guy is single-handedly helping us win, making sure Barcelona wins La Liga, making sure Barcelona does not even have a scare. We are 4 points clear, and we have not even played at our best. And partially it's thanks to Vinícius, Mr. 10 times more. I don't know where to put Vinny. Guys, hear me out. Obviously not in the first 3 tiers, but Vinícius, his GA is there. I'm not gonna, his GA is there. Low-key, Vinny is poor. But I'm going to put him in hot trash because he's been, honestly, a big reason why Real Madrid, guys, it's Mbappe or bust for Real Madrid. And Vinny, I do think, for the responsibility that he's let Real Madrid down this season so far, right? I'm just being real, right? Let's move on to man like Raphinha Baloli, the guy who legitimately has 0 PR. I feel bad for Raphinha. He had such a generational season, and they left him out of all the awards, like, bro. And they say Barca has crazy PR. Madrid have more PR. How is Raphinha? Okay, top 5, okay, 5th in Ballon d'Or, whatever. But he didn't even get to, like, the best 11, but that's besides the point. Raphinha, right? I think Raphinha, I'm going to put him, he's missed a lot of time. He's once again in between average or good. I'm going to put Raphinha in good, though. I think his impact has been crazy. Bro, and Raphinha's instant impact is insane. Like, I know he's missed time, but on the field, he's been better than Bellingham, Carreras, Balde, Huijsen, Camavinga, Fermin. He's better than all of them. Raphinha came in, and Barca's press went from non-existent to, you know what, this is okay. This is acceptable. We can win games now. Raphinha is huge. El Capitano, bruv. But let's move on to man like Rodrigo. Rodrigo, I'm going to be honest. The thing is, Rodrigo should be in hot trash also, but he has not played as many minutes as Vinny. Yo, guys, I can't lie. I might be messing this up. The attackers are very hard to rate because I'm looking at the GA and performances, and now it's getting all mixed up. I'm going to say, though, Rodrigo, outside of the last, like, I feel 3 weeks, he's been bad, bro. Like, guys, I'm going to say this, though, bro. There actually is more of a reason for Vinny to be moved up than Rodrigo. Vinícius, at least the GA is there. At least the guy scams GA. He doesn't get goals, but he gets assists, right? Vinny, I'm not going to lie, guys. Guys, I'm going to be real. I'm going to move Vinny up. Even though I don't want to do it, Vinny has had some decent games, even though he's been really bad. I'm looking at some of these guys, Araujo level, come on. Koundé level, or Marcasado, nah, bro. I'm going to be real, though, because I have to have a Real Madrid player, you know, in hot trash to replace Vinny. Man like Fran Garcia, brother, you coming down, bro. I'm sorry, Fran, get down here. You know what I'm saying? So, Fran Garcia is going to replace Vinny down there. But let's move on to man like Ferran Torres. Listen, man like the Shark. You know what, guys? He has had a really good season. I know that Chelsea game, everybody thinks, bro, when you think about Ferran, you think about that Chelsea horrible miss. Ferran has had a really good season. Ferran has been better than Lewandowski, who we're about to get into. Ferran has been really good. He low-key should be. If he scored in that Chelsea game and didn't miss that chance, I would put him in GOAT tier. He's not that far off of Mbappe. And Mbappe's on a generational run, like matching Cristiano's records. This is crazy. So Ferran's been really good. I want to say GOAT. If he scored against Chelsea, if he was, did better against PSG, I would have put him in GOAT. But you know what? He's the best player and good with Militao and Gerard Martin, for sure. This guy has actually delivered. You know what? Even though I don't rate Ferran Torres as a player, the guy has stepped up a lot. I have to be honest, right? Lewandowski, a man like man like the old man Lewandowski. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know if his hamstrings, I don't know what it is, bro. Lewandowski, for me, he has been poor this season. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Lewandowski, for me, he just doesn't even have what he had last season, but I'm not going to kill him. The guy is an old guy, right? The guy, last season, I was shocked that he scored 40 goals. I said if he gets 30 goals, I would absolutely take it for the season. He's on track, I think, for a low 20s, which is still decent, but Lewandowski, in the games that he does not score, he is legit a net negative. I'm not even joking. But you know what? Let's move on to a man like Gonzalo Garcia. I'm going to say this to Real Madrid fans, and they might take it the wrong way, but I have to say it. I think Gonzalo Garcia is not that good. Hear me out. I think he hustles. He gives you guys some juice, some energy, some things that the other guys don't. But I don't rate Gonzalo Garcia as a talent. I generally think Endrick is better. I said Endrick should be getting the minutes that Gonzalo gets because Endrick has more natural talent, and it's not a debate for me. So Gonzalo, though, this season, though, right? That aside, I'm going to say, you know what? I'll put him just about an average. Even though I think that some of the guys in poor, I think Gonzalo, with the limited minutes, actually has been decent for Real Madrid fans. And Real Madrid fans, unlike Ceballos, who no Real Madrid fan makes the case for him to start, Gonzalo, there is a fair few Real Madrid fans that actually say Gonzalo Garcia should be a starter. So I'm going to put Gonzalo in average, right? Man like Marcus Rashford. I'm going to be real, guys. Marcus Rashford, right? I'm going to put him in average, but I have to be real. He started off pretty strong with Barcelona, getting all that GA, every single game, assist, right? Getting some goals. Newcastle, right? PSG was her only good player for me. Bro, Rashford in the first 2 months was actually getting bare GA. It was you cannot ignore it. You have to speak about it. Make no mistake about it, right? But Marcus Rashford in the last 6 weeks has tailed off a lot. Bro, this guy, I don't know what it is. I don't know if this guy forgot he's out on loan. The guy, I feel like he's got comfortable at Barcelona. And I want Jan Laporte and Deco and Hansi Flick remind this guy he is legitimately on loan. Right? I need Rashford from the first 2 months. But let's move on to a man like King Von himself. Man like Kylian Mbappé. Guys, when I say that I am starting to hate Kylian Mbappé, this is because almost every single week, this guy scores. Bro, take a breather, bro. Relax, chill. Let Vinny score. I know Vinny ain't scoring. Rodrigo, brother, he went over 30 games, without a goal. Mbappé, bro, look at the picture, guys. Look at the picture of Mbappe right here, bro. This guy legitimately looks like, that guy looks like a serious brother. This guy looks like he's out to kill somebody. This guy, Mbappe, he ain't playing no games. I'm gonna be real. Mbappe is definitely in GOAT tier. This guy has been phenomenal. This guy is on smoke. This guy is on a generational run, right? I'm not even trying to glaze the guy, but bro, he's doing historic things. People think that I can't hate, guys, I hate Mbappe, but this is like hate respect. I call this hate respect because I hate you because you are so good and you play for the rivals. It's not because I'm hating you, like, for example, Bellingham, because I don't know about his ability. Mbappe has been unbelievable this season. I will be real, right? Man like Brahim Diaz, bro, guys, let me tell y'all something about Brahim Diaz. This guy is my favorite Real Madrid player, right? Mbappe's the one that I really don't like him, okay? Brahim Diaz, Vinny, these men, especially Brahim, whenever he gets subbed in, Real Madrid usually stops scoring. Brahim has been really bad for Madrid. I think they're going to sell him. I hope that he stays. Brahim, I think Nico Paz is way better if they get him. That is an immediate improvement, but that's just me, right? Franco Mastantuono, okay? See, guys, I think Franco has not been that good when he's played, so I'm going to put him in poor, but I don't think he's been that poor. I could put him in average, but some of the guys, like, bro, Vinny's probably still had a better season than Franco. It's just expectation, you know what I mean? So, guys, I said brutally honest rankings. Like, guys, this is going to be harsh. Franco, I'm sorry, you're a youngster, but that's too bad. He's going in poor, right? Listen, Maston Torno, I don't think he's been that good. And you know what, bro? Franco hype, bro. Real Madrid fans can hold it, right? Lamine Yamal, right? Lamine Yamal, the star boy that Franco is trying to become. I think Lamine, even though for me, I expected a bit more this season, I still think he is top 3 or 4 Barcelona players this season, and I still think Lamine Yamal is still in GOAT tier. Like, guys, make no mistake about it. Lamine Yamal has still had a really good season. Yamal has had a good season. You know, I just expected him to take an unbelievable jump, right? Because I'm not going to lie, for me, my expectations are high for Yamal because I believe he's the best player in the world. I believe Yamal is the best player in the world. He's the best talent in the world. Yes, he might be right now maybe the 3rd or 4th or 5th best player in the world, but I think he's better than Haaland. I think he's better than Mbappe. I think he has a talent. The guy is unbelievable, and we saw it last season, and he's still having a really good season, right? So he's going to be in GOAT, but Yamal should be above GOAT. He should be in a tier called undisputed, right? That's just what I expect for the kid because I think he's a baller, right? But let's move on to a man like Ronnie Bargdi, right? Ronnie Bargdi, man, where do I put him? I want to put him in good. I really do, but Ronnie Bargdi has been in good. I'm only going to put him in average. He's been really good. He's been better than every single player, right, in the average tier for me when he's played, but he has not played enough, and it's not due to injury, but Flick does not play him for whatever reason. He still doesn't. Ronnie Bargdi is an absolute baller. The guy so far, 3 million deco. You know, that's how you scout, bro. I complain a lot. Ronnie Bargdi is serious, bro. But guys, this is going to wrap it up. Did I cook? Let me know down below in the comment section. Smash up the like, subscribe if you haven't done so, guys. We are so close from hitting 2K. Do not move fraudulent. Hype up the video, and we will be live a lot in the next coming days. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Visca Barca.